Hey guys, Never Bushido here, and it's been over a week since I put out the last bad takes video, and yeah, it's done really well, almost 2k views, so thanks to everyone who's watched that. I never thought that I would ever get to around that viewership on a single video of mine. Definitely, yeah, so that's been quite a shock, so thanks for that, and thanks for everyone who's a new sub. I try to keep up to good content to keep you guys entertained, keep you involved as well, so leave a comment below. Anything you say will kind of give me some inspiration for what to talk about and future videos. So yeah, thanks for that. I'm actually a bit nervous that people see me as just a Monster Hunter bad takes guy, but there's a lot of other type of games I'm interested in. I play a lot of PC games, I play games on Nintendo Switch from a variety of different genres, and even on my channel I have videos about other type of games and Monster Hunter videos about many other topics. I'm interested in theories, I'm interested in mechanics, what could change, what could come back, speculation, a variety of things. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and look at some of the other videos on my channel. Maybe you'll find something that you're interested in. But yeah, I just want to talk about games in general and things I'm interested in, and maybe things you're interested in too. Like I said, anything you guys think might be cool to talk about, comment below and I'll have a look and you can see what we can get going. Now that's out of the way, let's get into the video. Alright, this one gets me a bit sad because it's from Game FAQs, as you can see from the template, and I've used Game FAQs for about 15 years of my life, and yeah, there's toxic people on the internet, but it's sad to see this from a place that I've used so much to finish so many games and to learn so many hidden things in games that I've played. But nonetheless, people will be dicks no matter where you go. So let's get into this one. Anyone who buys Rise is a traitor to the Monster Hunter values. Now, what values are you talking about here? Like, Monster Hunter has always been on portable. This has always happened. Main console portable. It's happened on PlayStation, the VR, PSP, DS, Wii, Wii U. It's been on a mix of systems since the inception of Monster Hunter. So I don't know where you're getting this from. I don't know how you can conceive that this betrays a value. Like, what type of I don't, but let me continue. Maybe if I continue I can figure out what he's talking about. Okay, things should get an upgrade, not a downgrade, with new products. So this is something I've seen a lot, and I've seen this a lot on the internet when it comes to some of the newer, definitely the newer people who are speculating that they only played World and they haven't played previous games. There's not much information for me to know that's the case, but it definitely seems like that, doesn't it? Things should only get an upgrade, not a downgrade. Okay. Well, so when we talk about upgrades, so the only thing they actually talk about, I've ever seen them talk about, is graphics. That's the only upgrade I've ever seen them talk about. They haven't talked about anything else. And I'm fine. I've seen people saying you shouldn't compare. You should compare Rise to Gen. You shouldn't compare it to World. For me, I'm like, you can compare. You can compare if you want, but if you're gonna compare it fairly. Alright, so let's compare this fairly. So what is the downgrade from World to Rise? Okay, graphics, I'll give you that. It's on the Switch. It's not as strong as the PS4, as the Xbox One, or as the PC. Everyone knows that. That's not new news. So it being weaker graphically makes perfect sense. So, okay, what else is inferior? Is the gameplay inferior? I don't know. We have the Y bug now. We have all these new moves. In fact, they've actually bring back old moves that got removed from Gen, going to World, and that's something that a lot of these World only players don't know. They added a lot of stuff into Gen. We had styles. We had 6 styles. We had 4 arts for each weapon, and then we had a couple more arts if you wanted to experiment. Absolute evade, absolute readiness, beautiful stuff. Going to World, all that was taken out. So is that a downgrade? Personally, I understand why they will take it out. It's a new game. They're going for different visions. They're trying to streamline everything to make it a bit more accessible. But technically, is that not a downgrade? They took away a lot of beautiful combat variety. Literally, you could play a weapon in so many different ways because of the style system. Yeah, that's not a downgrade. So the only downgrade and upgrade you ever look for is graphics. Apart from that, nothing. And I've seen it across the board. All they talk about is graphics. They don't talk about gameplay. They don't talk about mechanics. They don't talk about all the really cool mechanics that Rise is getting back and adding on top of and adjusting. Climbing walls, hanging in every Y bug, being able to position yourself in the air, position yourself on the ground better, the mount system with your palamute. All of these cool things that you can do in Rise that they've added, but you know, graphics, right? You know, you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times, people. It's the same. It's the same argument. But let's get on to the next sentence here. People willing to buy to buy and play it are the same Nintendo shills who buy the same rehashed Pokemon games. Now, I'm not too interested in Pokemon. I haven't played Pokemon since Pokemon Green Leaf back on my SP, I think it was. So I can't say too much about that. Nintendo shills, like, if people want to buy Pokemon, regardless of how good or bad it is or rehashed, you know, it's up to them. If they want to play it, they want to play it. I wouldn't say anything bad about them. I have heard that Pokemon games haven't progressed as much as they should for as much money the game gets, but I wouldn't call people shills and push this rhetoric against these people like they're bad people for wanting to buy a game on a system. It's up to them if they want to do that. It's their money. As it's your money not to buy Rise if you don't want to. Also up to you. If you don't want to play Rise, you don't have to buy it. It's up to you. I'm not taking anything away from you, brother. But I doubt I'll call you brother. You're not really, you know, my type of brothers are people who make a lot of sense, and there's not a lot of sense here. And then in the next line, no respect for gaming. So you're coming out calling people Nintendo shills, saying that people are traitors, and then you're saying no respect for gaming. You have no respect for all the gamers who are interested in Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter of old. It seems like you only have respect for Monster Hunter World. You don't have respect for anything else in the Monster Hunter franchise. Monster Hunter values? What? And then no respect for gaming? So you're dictating that people are traitors, and then you're talking about no respect for gaming. That is ridiculous. I don't understand how you can conceive this type of notion. But let's finish off with the final line. If you can't put Monster Hunter World level graphics into a new game, it should not be brought into existence. So just because a game on a weaker system can't put out the same graphics, which is understandable, it's on a weaker system, it should not be brought into existence. But even though it adds all these new mechanics, adds all these new accessibility options, revolutionized the gameplay for Monster Hunter, changing so much, and it shouldn't be brought into existence? Like, I don't understand how bitter you have to be to say these type of things. It's so sad. It is so sad. Oh my god. I think I'm done with this one. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? It shouldn't be brought into existence. That is wolf. This guy has a lot of pent up anger. I mean, every single line, traitor, Nintendo shills, no respect for gaming, brought into existence, but should not be brought into existence. It's no. Every single line was just hit after hit. There's about 5 bad takes in this one paragraph. I could make a video on this one paragraph and be like, yep, we're done here, folks. Literally 5 bad takes in this one paragraph alone. My god. I don't know how you do it, but my friend, you have a skill. It's quite unique. Go on to the next one. Let's go. Alright, this guy starts off with an emoji. Trash emoji of a trash bin. Trash can? I mean, I call it a bin in the UK, so I'm going to stick with that. Rubbish bin. There we go. You'd rather have your game for a kid's console rather than a PS5. Okay, we've heard that one before. You know, we've definitely heard that one before. The game is also way too Japanese. Like, what the fuck? Let me read the last sentence as well. Why are you catering to Japan when it is so small? So rather than a PS5, I mean, I don't know if you know this, but PS5 is created in Japan. You know, Sony is a Japanese company. I don't know if you knew that. Capcom is also a Japanese company. So why should Capcom not build their game for a Japanese audience? Like, what's so wrong with that? And I don't understand what's so wrong about a game being so Japanese. Like, do people complain about a game being too American? A game being too British? A game being too French? Or so on? Canadian? Hispanic? Like, why is it only wrong for a game to be too Japanese? Like, why is this? I've never seen in my life anyone say this game is too American. Shut it down. No. It doesn't make sense. And even if someone did say that for other cultures, fuck you for doing that. And those people. Let the devs do what they want. If they want to create a game about a certain part of the world, a certain piece of the world, certain people in the world, let them do that. Who are you to come to them and say that they should not be doing what they want to do for their game that they're putting money and effort into? Like, I'm a software engineer. I've been doing software engineering since I studied it in college and uni. And if someone told me something I'm interested in, I've been working hard in, it's something that shouldn't be done, I would literally say fuck you, mate. And even more than that, that's what's been in the past. In the portable games, a lot of them may be focused around Japan, the Japanese themes, the Japanese culture. But you already know that because apparently you only play on Sony consoles, which is strange because a lot of the portable games in the past were on Sony consoles from Japan, which apparently you don't like. I mean, maybe you need to get an Xbox instead if you really don't like Japan. I mean, to be honest, Sony might as well be American actually, because Sony isn't supplying Japan with PS5s anyway, from what I've been hearing. They've also moved their headquarters to California, so you know, maybe this guy has something. Maybe he's onto something. Maybe he knows more than I do. Maybe Sony's been American all this time, and I've been living in an alternative reality or something. But let me get a bit more serious on this one. On the last point, why are you catering so much to Japan when it's so small? So what's he talking? So small in population? You know, Japan has a bigger population than the UK. I think twice as much as the UK. It's about, I think, a third, 2/3 of America. No, a third of America. I think it's a third, or maybe a fourth now. I don't know. It's a very dense population. And the gaming community, like over there in Japan, almost 20 million Nintendo Switches have sold in Japan alone. 20 million. So the Switch at the moment is at 80 million units at least. So a fourth of those 80 million is in Japan. Why they came into Japan? Why do you think? But the Switch is selling gangbusters over there, baby. Like, come on. That freaking hell. That makes me so mad. It's more sad, you know. It's just sad. I mean, this guy starts off coming out saying rather than the PS5. Like, and he doesn't even know that the PS5 is a Japanese console. It was made by a Japanese company. And Monster Hunter is made by a Japanese company. Like, why is it so Japanese? What do you think? It's ridiculous. I don't know about you guys, but this guy sounds entitled as fuck. And it's pretty depressing. People are so ignorant. And I'll give people their props. If they don't like something, it's fine. If you don't like something, if you don't like the Switch, you know, it's up to you. But the fact that the system you're propping up is a Japanese console, and then you're complaining about a game being too Japanese. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Man, I'm done with this shit. Alright guys, that's a little outro here. Once again, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting and all that. Next video will be coming out sometime soon. I'm not too sure. In the next week or so. I have a lot of other videos on the channel. You know, check them out. And if you're wondering about the music playing right now in the background, it's actually a soundtrack made by my friend Shiji and Jared II. So they do quite a lot of hip hop and trap music. So yeah, check out the YouTube channel. They have quite a lot of songs there, pretty good. And yeah, let me know what you think about this, about the music, about the video, about anything, about Monster Hunter. How excited are you for Monster Hunter Rise? I'm super excited. I'm so excited. I haven't been this excited about a game since... I haven't been this excited about a Monster Hunter game probably since like Try. Maybe 3U. 3U, I was super excited about 3U. Super excited. So this is... I'm hyped. I can't wait. But anyway, see ya.